call the member for Rockdale.
Well, thank you, Mr Speaker. I wish to raise the issue of the severe financial shortfall faced by the Bayside community following the forced merger of the former Botany Bay and Rockdale local government areas by the New South Wales Government, and to add my support to the forthcoming Council request for additional state funding to help them complete the merger transition. Last night at a meeting...
Mount Druitt. Sorry, Rockdale. Member from Mount Druitt, you're not allowed to converse over the back. Thank you.
Last night at a meeting of the Bayside Council, a resolution was passed unanimously that the Council would make representations to Premier Berejiklian and Minister Upton seeking a financial contribution of $17 million to repay the Bayside community for costs related to the extenuating circumstances of this particular merger over and above what has been provided by the state government to date, as well as the costs related to the misappropriation of funds by the officers of the former Council of Botany Bay and the ensuing Independent Commission Against Corruption investigation, legal representation and external audit required by the new Council. Mr Speaker, following the government's forced merger process, it has since become clear that in many cases the funding provided to facilitate the merger process has been woefully inadequate, and I believe that after the poorly implemented and now abandoned merger process, the least this government could do is provide fair funding to councils like Bayside, which have been unable to fully comply with their merger obligations with the funds provided. In addition, the residents of Bayside have had to face the incredible indignity of discovering that they were being robbed blind by a group of corrupt council officers at the former city of Botany Bay, as uncovered by Operation Rico. The former government appointed administrator of Bayside Council, Greg Wright, has acknowledged that the loss from the theft of public funds by those council employees was actually well above that reported by the Independent Commission Against Corruption. While I understand that some of this may be recovered by Bayside Council through legal action, there is still likely to be a major shortfall which will be borne by the community. Mr Speaker, when the state government announced these mergers, while there were some misgivings, myself and my colleagues have taken a reasoned and measured approach to our local mergers in St George and Botany, and have only been interested in the ongoing welfare of our communities. This was on the basis that the state government would be bearing the cost of the mergers, and unfortunately, in the case of Bayside Council, the state government's funding has simply not been anywhere near enough to cope with the dual issues of merging the councils while dealing with the fallout from the gross misconduct of the officers identified by Operation Rico. While I know that there are ongoing recovery actions by the City of Bayside against the various targets of Operation Rico, I understand that many of those who have allegedly misappropriated funds have stripped themselves of assets while simultaneously having inexplicably wealthy spouses and other similar arrangements, making recovery by the council difficult. In addition, I also believe that there is scope for the state government to pursue these wrongdoers or crooks through the Crime Commission. Although there has been reluctance on the part of the council to refer these matters, as they would have no guarantee that funds recovered as part of any investigation by the Crime Commission would be returned to the City of Bayside and the defrauded ratepayers. Mr Speaker, it would only be just that a guarantee be provided to the people of Bayside that anything recovered as proceeds of crime would be returned to Bayside in this instance. And I would encourage the government to make this goodwill gesture to Bayside and open this option up to the city. While it is all well and good that the Independent Commission Against Corruption highlights this sort of behaviour, justice will not have been done for the people of Botany Bay, Bayside or New South Wales until these people have been brought to justice and the local council and residents have been compensated for their loss. Mayor Bill Savranovsky and the elected councillors are doing the best they can to fight for the community, but the time has come for the state government to step in and do what is right. I would encourage the Minister for Local Government, the Minister for Police and the Attorney General to actively pursue all available options to see that the people of Bayside are treated fairly. Thank you, Mr Speaker.